Yo, what up everyone? Welcome back to another video. We are doing a most expensive Serie A team. Now, I don't usually build them like from scratch like I do a general squad builder. But yeah, anyways, now this isn't the best of the most expensive because it's still really early on in FIFA. And we do have a little bit of a crisis in some areas, for example, the right back role. And yes, literally I did the commentary for this as soon as the team of the week was announced. And as I saw Mike on Informers and Handanovic was there, and I'd already sold the team, and then I had to delay the video, and then yeah, so it's just two players off. So what I did either way was the right back was filled with Zanetti because he has played more than 800 games for his club Inter Milan. He's a legend. Now I was thinking about removing Chiellini, maybe putting Maldini or Nesta there, but then if I had put everyone in the a legend in these positions, then I'd have Nesta, Maldini there, or Nesta and Barassi, whatever. Then I have to get rid of the Info Manolas. I'd have to get rid of Chiellini. Then I'd have to probably think about getting Breme in left back because he's played in this area, and then you know what, it would have just become a very big mess, to be honest. Yeah, so I literally went with it this way. So we went with a 4-2-2-2, and we have Inform Higuain, Inform back up front. We have Felipe Anderson in cam alongside Hamsik, and CDM we went with Pogba. I was a bit shocked about his price. The first time I'm using him, and it was quite expensive. Inform Guarin was absolutely amazing. A lot of people told me about him, and he didn't disappoint for me. He's actually got great average stats everywhere, and I think he was perfect in CDM, even sentiment, even Cam. Got a deadly long shot as well. Right back, we went with, of course, Javier Zanetti, the legend, the one player I have had since he came out. Since I saw him on the market, I bought him, and I have not sold him once. And then left back, we have Alexandro, and he's amazing. He scored a really nice, sweet goal for me in one of the games you shall see as we progress on. Then we have Chiellini in centre back, and I always say his name wrong, but I'm just going to call him Manolas. And he's in form in the centre-back position. And then we have, of course, Handanovic in goal. Now, I'm really disappointed that I was just a bit off. Could have had him in goal as an inform, but yeah. Anyway, it's not really a big deal. We're always going to repeat these around Team of the Year time, should any of them get one. I highly doubt it. In fact, I don't really want to get into that, but Juventus did make the Champions League final, so I'm not saying that anyone is going to get it from the Serie A, but you know, you never know with the way Pogba played generally last season. Just don't be surprised if he gets one. And the way EA, although this is based on UEFA and not EA, if it was in EA's hand, there'd be a lot of different players in there, and you never know though, because again, it's UEFA, and there's a big chance Pogba could still get it, so it's going to be really interesting to see. Even Morata could get it for all we know, you know, so we'll have to see how it goes. But obviously my predictions are totally the opposite of what I just said, and a lot of you I'm sure have the same predictions as mine, and I don't really want to get into that. So yeah, let's test out this squad. Now, when I was about to go into a game, I remembered I was in the party with someone, and his name is Bradley, and I remember how I played a lot of people with an informed team, especially my most expensive BPL team, and how you sometimes feel like you're handicapped or things aren't going your way. I kind of thought, alright, you know what, this is probably going to happen to me again with the Serie A team, but I don't know, it wasn't really that. It was actually really good in the end. I played around 5 games with them, and I only conceded a couple of goals, which isn't too bad, although you'd expect that with the team you're using and how much you're paying for. But look at that sweaty team there. Very nice team as well. I've made a squad builder with that kind of team last year quite a few times, actually. But that was a lovely goal there from Higuain. You can see that he can clearly take long shots. Great finisher, but not got the best of pace. I just really think he's fantastic. Lovely little save there from Handanovic. I'm really eager to see what his inform plays like. Lovely through ball there. Look at this. Bacca. I think Bacca has one of the best finishing in the Serie A. I don't want to go too far and say he's got one of the best finishing in the game, but definitely in the Serie A he's got one of the best right footers in the Serie A. I don't know, I just repeated that. Lovely save there from Akinfi. Quite a few saves there, and I think keepers are really overpowered this year, and I totally get what they're going for, so then you can't really smash people 20-0, although it still does happen once you get the hang of finishing and stuff. And there was a lot of talk about the update they did again, which kind of made the game a bit crap. I don't know, I love this FIFA. I really do enjoy playing this FIFA. That was a lovely goal again from Higuain right there, using his dribbling really well. I really think that this, now I'm gonna, as we go along, I'm gonna compare each most expensive to the last one, or overall, Now, the BPL one was great, don't get me wrong, but I still kind of felt it was sluggish in some areas, especially since you're paying a lot more for it compared to the Serie A. Of course, if you haven't seen the most expensive BPL, I'll try to leave a link in the description below. I always forget. And you can see for yourself how it actually played. But I generally think the Serie A was a little more overpowered. I don't know how else to say it, but it just didn't feel like it was, you know, a bit like everything was going against me. Did play 5 or 6 games, if I'm not mistaken, with the BPL team, even after it. Played a couple off record, and yeah, it was great. Don't get me wrong, it was great. Now, if I had my choice and not putting it in order of most expensive, it would be in a different story. I would have put a few sweaty players in there and made it more balanced, but doesn't mean that the team played bad or anything. But I still think the Serie A is a lot better, especially since you have the captain Zanetti there to lead the team up front. Maybe that would be cool to add one legend of my choice, or maybe to make a rule for the most expensive. The one legend that's in that team has to play the most games ever for at least in that league. For example, Zanetti went up with Maldini. Let's say Maldini, I think Maldini, of course, did play around 900 games, was it, or more? I think he'd have to get the green light over Zanetti. So something like that we could do. For example, it's Gary Neville versus Alan Shearer on games. Just an example. Obviously, there are many others, but then I'd have to choose the one with the most games. I think that would be good to add one legend in there, and maybe if I don't want to use the appearances, maybe I can see which place isn't the strongest and maybe strengthen that one place. So one legend would make it a lot more interesting. Now, to give up the top 3, I'd have to say Guarin, definitely one of them. He was just absolutely amazing. Look at that nice little goal from him there. Alexander was also definitely has to be in one of my top 3s, but sadly, there were so many other players that played extremely well, but I have to give a mention to him. He scores a fantastic goal as well. And yeah, there you go. So Felipe Anderson, Guarin, and Bacca definitely in my top 3. Really fun team to use. If I say the Serie A is a little better than the most expensive BPL in my opinion, but obviously on paper BPL is a lot better. As always, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Have a wonderful day. Smash that like button. Peace.